Chicago in the pick-me-up trucks. This is the Deep Dish 110 presented by Rich Marr Florist. In the booth tonight, I have a whole buttload of people. I'm not sure who all is in here. I know Dougie Tibbetts is in here. We have Robbie Racing. We have Coach Matt, Kay Larson, who's making his debut in the Sim Racing League tonight in that beautiful number 24 truck. And we have the man of the hour here, Trinity Beast Mode. We're going to go ahead and chat with him a little bit, as he and Dark Knight are founders and owners of the Old School Motorsports Racing League. We're going to get talking about that here in just a second. Go ahead and say hello, guys.
What's up?
How's it going?
And okay, yeah, cool. So that was all them guys saying hello. Right, so tonight we're at Chicago, 50% race, I believe, times 3 wear. Got a bunch of points on the line, top 12 advancing to Xfinity at the end of the season. This is the inaugural season for us. Again, while we have this little pre-race information, Trinity, you got a copy there?
Yes, I do.
So you started alongside with Dark Knight. You guys started Old School Motorsports, and you guys are on what now? Your 3rd season?
Yes, 3rd season. Almost. We're in the playoffs of the 3rd season.
And what do you guys run over there?
We have a custom cup series and a pre-cup series.
Pre-cup series. Explain.
Yes, we have our custom cup guys that run with created setups on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we have our slider league preset. You know, you gotta basically choose 1 through 9 and make your adjustments on pit road adjustments. You know, that is a preset league on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
So you run a little bit of everything over there in the Old School Motorsports, yeah?
Yes. We
offer a little
looking
bit
to
for
grow
everything.
and expand, yeah.
Cool. So you guys hear it first. Anybody out there in the YouTube land? I don't know if anybody's out there now, but I know for sure it'll get watched later. So you heard it here first. Old School Motorsports definitely searching right now for active drivers. And what nights do you run?
We run Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern and Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern.
All right, so there you go, guys. Anybody that's interested, there's a little bit of info on another league. We're going to actually try to start doing this on a weekly basis here, guys. We're going to try to bring in some other leagues that are looking for drivers and or, you know, just other leagues that are out there, so you guys can start tuning in and seeing some of the best racing on Heat 5. Tonight we decided to go with Old School Motorsports, and next week you guys will be hearing from the owner and creator of NASCAR Racing. That would be Tyler McMurder, aka Timac 24, maybe, I think. Anyways, yeah. So throughout the race, you're going to hear of Trinity Beast Mode. Who got the pole here tonight, guys?
Billy. Billy got pole.
Billy Holcomb in the 51. One of the top guys in points, actually. He will be our pole sitter tonight at Chicago. Fun little fact before we get going here. Coach Matt, actually, he's in the booth with us. He actually is the points leader by 1 point over Billy Holcomb in the 51. So definitely watch the 2 in the 51, as those are 2 of the trucks to watch week in and week out here in the Sim Racing League. Fun little fact about Chicago, though, before we get going. In the IndyCar series, this track, Chicago, has actually been the host to 2 of the closest finishers in all of IndyCar racing, and both races, and they were in consecutive years, were won by .001 seconds. Does anybody know out there who won both races? You guys are allowed to guess too.
I have no idea.
That is my guess.
What? No idea?
Yeah.
So he's actually was a NASCAR Cup driver as well. Sam Hornish Jr. won both races. Closest finishes in all of IndyCar racing, and they happened here at Chicago. Season 1, or the first year, I believe it was '01. He finished next to Al Unser Jr. with, I say '01, it might take the years away.
So yeah, I was one.
Yeah, anyways, so yeah, the first year it was against Al Unser Jr., and the second year it was also with Al Unser Jr. and give me just a second. Apologies, it was not Al Unser. It was Scott Dixon and Brian Arta. That one was actually 100th of a second off, but two closest finishes in IndyCar history. Rightio, cheerio. So where are we on this race?
We are still paused. We have
Waiting
16
for
drivers.
We are currently on paused. The lobby is set up. Thank you for Rob and setting up the lobby for us. Unfortunately, I did lag out. We're just waiting on one driver, and then we are good to go.
You guys said Billy got the pole, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
With him getting the pole, that's actually going to tie him and Coach Matt entering the race on the points lead. So definitely going to be interesting to watch those guys. One of the big things here at the Sim Racing League that a lot of people tend to not really pay a whole lot of attention to. Most leagues don't tend to do this, but we top 10 in stages all get points. So winner of a stage gets 10 points, down to 10th place gets 1 point. So there's a lot of points to make up just in stages. Even if you end up with a bad finish, you can end up making more points than the guy that wins the race, as the race win is worth 30 points. There's Coach Matt's truck, the Sheldon Creed number 2 on the screen. But so you get 30 points to win the race, but if you win the race, win both stages, and you get the pole, you would make 51 points. So there's a lot of points to be able to be made up on any given week. And with Coach Matt sitting at 149, as well as Billy, and all the way down to McLovin sitting in 12th at 92, he's only, a perfect week for McLovin would only put him about 10 points behind these points leaders. So there's a lot of points and really tight battling all the way through.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry I've been a bit quiet. As you know, setting up the lobby and getting stuff organised.
That's okay. I'm the one getting paid to talk, not you.
This is very, very true. But
since when do I get paid?
Well, this is very true also. I'll tell you what, I'll pay you in buttons. How about that?
Oh, good. Cool. I can button up my shirt finally. What were you saying? Very good drivers? Where?
Yeah, so I was actually testing with a few of these guys. Trinity's got himself a good ride. Billy Holcomb also showing some speed, as well as War.
Ooh.
I have no idea what kind of truck I'm going to have. We're just going to find out.
This breaking news. Points leader Coach Matt expects to wreck. 30 seconds, and we'll be blue screening. You won't hear anybody else except for my lovely voice as I accept the invite so that we can go green here at Chicago at the Deep Dish 110. I would have to be amiss if I didn't point out our sponsor here, Richmar Florist. Robbie Racing will be driving the number 20 Chevrolet. That is the Richmar Florist Chevy. These guys, they don't really pay us any money. They're supposed to be giving us a big shout out for, on Twitter and help us get the league out there. And so we try to return the favor. So definitely at Richmar Florist on Twitter. Check them out, sub, follow, whatever it is. But definitely get in there and check out what they have to offer.
All right, guys, good luck.
I'm assuming that means I can accept the invite?
Yeah, I did say
Yes.
you could join.
Oh, I wasn't really listening to you, per usual. Blue screening for just a second, guys. Okay, Larson, you got a copy? Okay, Larson,
What's up?
you got a copy?
Yeah.
Alright, is your voice on always off?
Yeah.
Okay, hey, so this is your first night here at the Sim Racing League. What are you looking to expect, and what are you hoping for out of your number 24 Chevy?
Looking for a good, clean racing. Maybe a top 10.
Okay, well, the guy that your PSN's named after got the win on Sunday, so maybe you can follow it up and put that number 24 Hendrick. I don't even know if the 24 is Hendrick, but it looks like a Hendrick vehicle, so we're going to go ahead and say it's Hendrick, but maybe put that Chevy in victory lane. Good luck to you, man.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, they're strapping their seatbelts tight in these pick-me-up trucks. They're getting ready to go green. We're looking at a Fanatec wheel. Now we're ready. It says they're waiting on the drivers, and they're going. Billy Holcomb with the early lead over the 33 of Rubbenham. Trinity Beast Mode Man of the Hour, Old School Motorsports founder, sitting there in third in that number 94 Sunoco. Is that a Toyota?
Yoda.
Yep, Toyota. Sorry about that. Kind of get lost on manufacturers on some of these. Rubbenham has drifted up, coming off 2. Trinity Beast Mode looks like he's going to get loose in the 94. Here comes War in the 40 to split the gap. 3 wide as they go into turn 3. A little bit of contact between the 33 and the 40. No harm, no foul. The 40 is going to go up a little bit. Stevens out there already. Rubbenham has gone from second to looking like he's going to fall outside the top 10 now with a bad first lap. These trucks are hard to get up to speed, especially on custom setups. The trucks are a lot looser or tighter than what they would be once you get up to speed. Rubbenham looks like he's finally getting going now. I'm seeing a little bit of lag issue out of the 4 truck, but just quick little lag. I'm actually seeing it out of a few trucks there. Puddin'. I don't know what's going on, but Puddin' Knievel is inside the top 5. You can tell we're only on lap 2. The 26 Luna Chevrolet of Puddin' Knievel sitting there in 4th, followed by NASCAR Extreme and the other co-founder of Old School Motorsports, Dark Knight, sitting there in 6th in that bright green number 97. Billy Holcomb is loving all this action he's seeing in his rearview mirror as he's able to just start walking away from the rest of the field. He's got about 2.5 truck lengths over the 94 Toyota. He is looking to extend it, but now that the 94 is single file, looks like he should be able to catch that draft, as here at the Sim Racing League, we do run on normal draft settings. Top 5 singled out. Puddin does not want to be single filed as he's going to look to the inside of Trinity as they go through the tri-oval. Unsuccessful. David Wallace into the wall in the 74 truck. Top 6 look to be singling out and breaking away from the rest of the field. The rest of the field is followed. War is AJ Storm in the number 4 Toyota, last week's winner at Dover, and Flash 9, number 13, third in points, entering tonight's event. Nobody's out there in YouTube land with me tonight to chat with. I see Puddin said hi, Taddy. Hello, Puddin. Side-by-side action for second. Gonna try to get onto that. Trinity Beast Mode has gone from second now to 4th. Looks like he's going to fall to 5th as his buddy Dark Knight's going to the inside. But Puddin' Knievel now sitting in 2nd place. NASCAR Extreme 3rd. Dark Knight 4th. Trinity Beast Mode now falling to 5th, but he's under fire as War goes to the outside in that number 40 Chevrolet. Good racing, lots of action. Ooh, Trinity Beast Mode looks like he's going to go to pit road. Must be some damage on that number 94 Toyota. Or, keep in mind, guys, here in stage 1, these trucks are about a lap to a lap and a half short on fuel. So, I would expect to see either fuel strategy, trying to conserve it, or what Trinity did there, early pit stops, trying to gain the advantage later on in the run. Top 5 under a blanket. Well, top 4 under a blanket here. They're just pulling away from the rest of the field. But trying to get on to AJ. There's Flash 9 and AJ Storm sitting there. This is 6th and 7th place. They're kind of all by themselves. About, looks like about a second and a half behind the top 5. David Wallace gets tight, hits the wall in turns 1 and 2. That 74 truck is a miss on the handling, but he's still running top 5 and still in the draft. War gets loose in the 40. He's going to fall back. He's now outside the top 5 as AJ Storm and Flash 9 both able to get around him on the high side. Here comes the 98. I believe that might be the 88 of Nuka Bob Quantum, and sure enough it is. The 98 is RKM. Unfortunately, he's unable to make it here tonight via some health issues. So everyone here at Sim Racing League is praying for you to get better there, Ryan Morgan. Definitely hoping everything gets squared away there. Coach Matt back here in this red, white, and yellow number 2. First off, it's ugly. Second off, it's running slow. Either that or he's saving a little bit of fuel in that number 2 Chevrolet as he's trying to hope to extend, get the points lead and extend it. Back up front now, we have a battle for the lead as Billy Holcomb is under fire by a new second placeman, the 97 Dark Knight, founder of the Old School Motorsports, as he's trying to get his way to the front. And Puddin' Knievel still hanging on as he catches the apron, shoots up by the wall, but I don't think he's going to catch it. Fake news, he caught it. 74 David Wallace, he's sitting in 3rd. AJ Storm and Flash 9 are now reeling these top 3 in as they're only about, looks like about 2.5 truck lengths behind. But I would imagine that they have now scoped out the draft. Flash 9 looking a little loose as he comes off turn 4. see Rubbenham, I Spun Higgins, those guys going around. Puddin' Knievel after catching the wall. I'm assuming he has damage because he's dropping like a rock after such a good start out of that number 26 Chevrolet. Robbie, I see you kind of in the middle of all this. How's the truck feeling, bud?
Yeah, truck feels great. I mean, apart from throughout turn 2 is a little bit loose, but I'm not going to make any changes because being in the draft is going to make me a bit tighter, and I'm just going to leave it as it is, really, to be fair.
Yeah, another thing, I'm glad you brought that up, actually. Real quick, in slider racing here on NASCAR Heat 5, these guys, every pit stop, they're going to be adjusting the truck, trying to get it just right. Now, here in the custom setup, some people do as they should and take the whole week that they have and they work on their setup so it's just right by the time the race gets there and it's comfortable. You have some people, of course, they kind of wait and try to throw their Cup or Xfinity setup in and kind of hope it works. And it's a little too loose, a little too tight. You know, you got to make a few adjustments, like Robbie was saying. But for the most part, it's already there. Whereas again, in the sliders, you're unable to do that. Stevens and War making contact. War catches the outside wall, entering turn 1. It's going to back him up to Rubbenham. But no harm, no foul, as he's still in the draft there of the number 21. That happened right there in your rear view mirror. Battle for second, I heard. That looks like a battle for the lead as Dark Knight now underneath the 51 of Billy Holcomb as he's trying to put that 97 in the front. AJ Storm has caught them. Flash 9 is there. David Wallace, they're all here. 5 trucks under a blanket as they go reeling into turn 1. AJ Storm thinking about splitting the middle, thinks better of it. Dark Knight all by himself on the bottom as the top 4 trucks are kind of running a train here. But is it going to work as Dark Knight will have the preferred lane as they enter 3 and 4? AJ Storm now sitting P2, coming off the corner. AJ almost catches the wall, but doesn't. 97 with a run. 74 is going to push him. These two, AJ Storm is going to fall back to 4th place, but he's just trying to make some runs as him and Flash have done a great job catching them from so far back. AJ Storm actually hung out to dry as Flash 9 decided to stay down with the other guys. Now he goes to the top. He's going to draft, but 74 still attached to the 97. 2 on 2, and the 51's loving it, but they still have his draft, so Billy Holcomb is not pulling away right now. Slight contact between the 4 and the 74. This slowed the 4 up. 13 tried to check up 4, and he catches the outside wall coming off turn 4. How many laps we got left in the stage?
Last lap.
Okay, last lap. Yeah, glad I asked when I did. This is for all the marbles as far as the stage is concerned. Dark Knight to the inside. Billy Holcomb tried to block, but a little too late, so there's no contact. 97 has preferred lane. 74 is going to push him as they go into turn 3. 51 drives it in deep. He's going to get a little bit tight. 97 unable to hold the very bottom. He's going to drift up, coming off 4. He has the lead. David Wallace, will he make a move? No. 97 blocks it. Now 74 underneath. Oh, side by side at the line. It looks like, yeah, he's spinning out, but that's just because of the computer glitch here. 97 to Dark Knight will get the stage win, followed by the 74, the 4, the 51, and then the 13. I'm going to need somebody to get me a picture of that and send it to me on Facebook.
Oh, I'm on it.
Roger. I'm going to try to keep the points updated as we go. Just so the viewers at home know, as well as winning the 10 points for the stage, Dark Knight is also going to receive his first playoff point of the season. Quick rundown of the rest of the top 10. We had Nuka Bob Quantum getting 6th, Robbie Racing 7th, Stevens 8th, Moore 9th, and Rubberman 10th. Going over to you, Dougie. Oh, never mind. As I was going to say that, Dougie has left the chat. Let's go over to you, Coach Matt. How's the truck feeling? Are you just kind of riding it out? I know you said you put your setup in a little late.
Oh, dude, it's plowing tight. That I don't have any kind of, like, my RPMs are way too high, so I ran out of gas there in the backstretch. I had to just baby around that first stage, so we'll see what we can get going here and make a couple adjustments.
Sorry, trying to get you guys updated on points here. Man of the hour, Trinity Beast Mode. Your buddy got the stage win. How's your truck feeling? You were running pretty good until you pit. Was that because of damage?
Actually, I thought we would all have made it on fuel, so that was a bonehead move. I should have just ran it out and just, cost myself a lot of positions there. Rookie mistake.
Rookie
Truck's
mistake
good,
by the veteran. I'll be back with you guys here in just a second as I'm finishing this up. Alright. With that, finishing fifth in that stage, Billy Holcomb now has a 6-point lead over Coach Matt as your points leader. So, Coach Matt putting the work in, trying to get up there, and unfortunately, he's losing a little bit of his lead. Puddin says out there that he's got a truck. He made a mistake. Yeah, you did have one heck of a truck there at the beginning there, Puddin. Dark Knight leads him here early in stage 2. Billy Holcomb all over his rear end in that number 51. And we have a new driver in the top 5, as you can see it, in-race reporter Robbie Racing in that number 20. He's that white Chevrolet, Rich Mark Florist Chevrolet on the outside. He's trying to get into, well, now he's falling outside the top 5. It looks like everybody lined up on the inside, and he's losing a lot of ground. And another guy up front that we don't necessarily see every week, Moore, is sitting in, I believe that'd be 7th in that orange and black 00. Right behind him is Stevens, and then Puddin in another orange truck back there. Coach Matt has made his way into the top 10 though, so he is in the stage point position right now. He's trying to make his way further forward, trying to catch that 51, as it's kind of a race between inside the race, you know, going for the points lead here. Quick notable drivers that are missing here. Cola Motorsports was sitting 10th in points, as he's not here tonight, so he's probably going to drop outside the top 12, as well as Dougie Tibbetts, Icepun Higgins. He has lagged out of the race. Motor issues there, apparently for his whole PlayStations that just shut off on him mid-race. Stage 2, got to give a shout out to our sponsor, Richmar Florist. Again, don't forget to check them out on Twitter. Give them a follow at Richmar Florist. Back to the racing. Buddies, AJ Storm and Flash 9 battling hard for third. Robbie Racing sitting right behind that in the 20, just looking for anywhere to go. But right now, these two trucks are still side by side. Looks like they seem to be holding up the rest of the field, as Dark Knight and Billy Holcomb are just walking away. But the guy that said he's got a hot rod of a truck, here comes that Luna Chevrolet of Puddin Knievel, as he's working with his Australian buddy, Robbie Racing. Oh, sorry, British. I call him Australian off air, not supposed to do it on air. Whoops. C. Stevens in that number 21. This would be hopefully the second race in a row that we don't see any issues out of the 21. And we had a bit of a rough start with that truck. AJ Storm gets really loose coming off the corner, as he's going to drop way down. Nuke Bob Quantum going to pass. Coach Matt now making a pass on the outside. Here comes David Wallace trying to get back up front after his little incidents he was having. Going to try to do a scroll through the field here. There's Flash 9. Let me find your pulse there. Actually, I'll start with him and go through via the drivers. This is where they're sitting in points. Billy Holcomb, after that stage, he's sitting in first in points. That is your pulse hitter. Next is Rubbenham. He's outside the playoff points. He's only made, this would be his third race of the season, so he's going to definitely have to keep making his way up, as you see him going around AJ Storm there, as AJ's struggling with the handles on that number 4 Toyota. Trinity Beast Mode, Old School Motorsports CEO. He enters this race in 11th in points. Without Cola here, that's going to help him. But what's not helping him right now is that he's running in the back of his pack. Luckily, he's got a little bit of draft help with Brennan and Kay Larson. War 6216 FTR. He's our 5th place guy in points. NASCAR Extreme is the first man out on playoff points right now, as he is, or in points right now, as he is in 13th entering this race. Brennan follows him in points, as he's in 14th. There's C. Stevens. We've talked about him a lot. He started a little late. This is only his 3rd week, so he's a little bit further back in the points as well. Dougie Higgins, this is not going to help him at all, but last week was his first race and he only received 19 points. There's Puddin mid to latter half of the field in points. Dark Knight, he had one heck of a stage 1. and he's sitting 7th in points, so he's looking to move up, hopefully into the top 5 at the end of this one. There's Moore, he's 15th in points. Kay Larson, newcomer to the series, just kind of feeling it out. He hasn't run leagues here for a little while, so he's probably, I think Saturday, Sunday we signed him, so trying to get used to the setup. He didn't have the full week to get here at Chicago as everybody else did, but he's doing his best in that beautiful Hooters Chevrolet. AJ Storm sitting 4th in points. Flash 9 3rd. Robbie Racing is 8th. New Kebab Quantum 9th. Coach Matt now 2nd after stage 1, and we're back to leaders. So there's your rundown of every driver that started tonight's race.
Yeah, this is the last time I don't make a setup, dude. This thing is even after adjustments, I've got like a 30% gap between my right front and my right rear. This thing refuses to turn, plowing tight, moving up the track. I'm having to stay out of people's way at this point. So slow.
So Coach Matt is driving like Taddy on most days of the week, and that is a hot mess and garbage. Roger that. Trinity going around BBS Brennan right now, or hoping to in that number 94. Trinity, is your setup a little off, or are you just still struggling after that stage 1 incident of pitting?
I kind of got a little loose off the corner, kind of knocked me out to save it, so it kind of put me back. So tough break, but stage 3, hopeful for good things.
Yeah, real quick, that is the 94 Sunoco Toyota official gasoline of NASCAR, and is that the end of the stage?
Yeah,
that's the end of the stage.
Yeah, well, I did a horrible job there, as I don't know who won. I'm assuming Billy won that one?
Yep.
Alright. Good job messing that up, Taddy. At least everybody got to see all the drivers out there, so when you guys watch this back, seeing as I have no live viewers other than Puddin', at least when you guys watch this back, you're all going to get to hear your name at least once. Billy Holcomb, Dark Knight, Flash 9, Puddin', Knievel, Robbie Racing, your top 5, Stevens, New Kebab, NASCAR Extreme, Coach Matt, rubbing them round out your top 10 here in stage 2. Oh, it's not. I keep sharing the link and it's not working.
All the trucks are back on the lead lap.
I wasn't able to broadcast this race, so I just cut it off. For some reason, I don't know why.
You weren't what?
I tried to broadcast my race and I couldn't. I just cut it off during qualifying.
That happened to me the other day I was racing, and my screen just went black mid race, and I thought I'd lagged out of the race, but I did not. It was just the stream ending. It was weird. Alright, real quick, I gotta try to get these points updated as we enter stage 3. Coach Matt, you made it into the top 10. Trinity Beast Mode, you're still struggling back there after that little bit of incident. Robbie with a top 5, but Kay Larson, going over to you as this is your first race. Is it all you expected to be here in the racing, as we have no caution, so it's been pretty clean racing, or are you just trying to get used to these drivers and stuff?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Just getting used to drivers. Setup's a little off.
Man, a few words there. Number 24. I was just trying to use you there while I did the points, but apparently you didn't want to talk very long. So, Robbie, why don't you go ahead and take it?
Well, I'm currently sitting in 3rd position. A lot of these guys are doing a great job. Not too many people getting loose either, especially towards the end of the run. So you can definitely tell 90% of this field is definitely putting effort into their setups for this race.
I'm part of the 10%. I'm not loose, I'm tight.
Currently sitting 3rd position at the moment, sitting behind Flash 9 in 2nd, and in 1st we have Billy. I got put in hot on my tail. It looks like it's going to work with me, Flash 9. Moving on the inside of Billy Holcomb. He turns 3 and 4, and he takes 1st position from Billy.
Yeah, Flash 9 in that number 13 Ford. There's not a lot of Fords in this game, so whenever you get to see one up front, it's kind of cool. But the number 13 of Flash 9 is your leader. Robbie Racing goes to the inside. Puddin goes even further inside. 3 wide as they go to enter turn 1.
Yeah, I'm going to try and give him room.
Looks like they both lifted. Billy Holcomb's going to keep second. Puddin is with a rocket ship. He called it out. Dark Knight now trying to do the same move and make it 3 wide as he's way down at the apron. He's going to lift, so Puddin Knievel and Robbie Racing still side by side here for 3rd place. While we're under this side-by-side racing with the top 3, we're going to go ahead and try to find Robbie's truck. Going to give you a little bit of hood view, and we're going to go with the night's first and only Sin Sounds of Racing. Alright, there you guys got a little bit of what it sounds like when you're side by side and or your lift points and stuff like that. So, oh man, I really like putting it on this number 26. I just love the sponsor there, Luna, as that's actually my dog's name, so that's the sole reason I like it, not because of the driver, Puddin Knievel. Kay Larson up there now actually getting a little bit more into the battle as he's right on the tail of BBS Brennan, Moore, and Trinity Beast Mode, who are 3 wide right in front of him. So he's getting his first taste of some side-by-side action here. As it looks like a few of the trucks getting loose there, right in front of you there, Larson.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was something. Who was the Larson? That was you on the inside?
No, you had Moore was on the inside. He was the other black and orange truck. That was Larson was the one following you guys. You had Brennan, you, and Moore all together, 3 wide there.
Got you.
Flash 9 still holding off Billy Holcomb here up front. Go ahead, Trinity. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just going to say that whoever was on the inside hit the apron. I think it kind of slid up both the trucks, so it gave me an alleyway to get down.
Yeah, real quick, I want to give a big shout out again, Old School Motorsports, Trinity Beast Mode, Dark Knight. These guys are the founders of it, and you've seen them on track here tonight, the 97, the bright green truck, as well as the Sunoco Toyota. Those guys are 2 of the cleanest and fastest in the game, and they have a league. So if you guys are interested, again, they said Friday nights as well as Tuesday nights around 9 o'clock. They have one, so if you're interested in the Old School Motorsports, go ahead and get a hold of one of those 2, as well as if you're interested in the Sim Racing League here on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock. Contact myself, Robbie Racing, Kay Larson. I mean, any of these guys that you're hearing from, as well as the old man, Ryan Morgan. Again, thoughts and prayers out to you, hoping everything's getting better. But yeah, we're accepting drivers, of course. Not necessarily will you be able to race this season, but we are accepting drivers for Season 2 here to replace the 12 drivers that will be moving up to Xfinity next season.
Oh, watch out, wanker in the wall.
Robbie Racing out of nowhere just decided to turn right, and he must have found a crumpet in the wall, and he went and ate it. And with no words coming from him, I'm assuming that he's not too happy about it. Closest action on the track here, the 97 and the 4 looks like. I'm not sure what position this is, but Coach Matt, you're right behind them. AJ, did he get loose or something? He lost a lot of ground off there and back right up to your front bumper.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure if people are getting loose or what, but I've every pit stop I've come down on wedge, trying to loosen this thing up, and I'm still murdering the right front tire. So I'm not sure what other people's trucks are doing, but mine is just not getting any better.
Coach Matt, that's who you're hearing from now. He's another one of those drivers in multiple leagues. He's actually, right after this, he's going to be making his regular season finale at Pocono in the Valor Racing League, as he's one of the drivers in the playoffs over there. So if you guys are interested in Valor, go ahead and tune into them. If not Valor, well, of course, there's Cringe Racing League. That's going to be coming up as they have their preset Xfinity series. It's Tuesday, sorry, custom Xfinity series. They'll be going live on their YouTube, so tune into those guys after this race here. as well as, again, Old School Motorsports tonight. Coach Matt looks like he's going to be pitting this time by with that right front issue that he just got done telling us all about. Up front, we have Billy Holcomb and Flash 9 just setting a blistering pace as they're pulling away from the rest of the field. Of course, Puddin's in third, catching the apron coming off 4, so that's going to do nothing but slow down the rest of the field, and this is going to help the 51 and the 13. Good battle for third as we see more takers on pit road, the 20, the 94. The 88 of New Kebab Quantum looking to the inside of the 26 here. This is for third place. Dark Knight is going to follow him. Stevens is right there. AJ Storm, David Wallace. Lots of trucks under a blanket here for third. AJ Storm just blistered. Oh, sorry, that was Billy and Flash. Those guys are on pit road, so this is now your race for the lead. The 88 of New Kebab Quantum is your race leader in that number, in the Menards Ford F-150. Dark Knight holding off, Puddin strong in that number 97 Chevy. Looks like AJ and David Wallace, NASCAR Extreme, YouTuber. If you want to check out a YouTube, check his out. And looks like they signaled they're going to be pitting this time by. And there we see them peeling off. Looks like Puddin peeled off with them, and New Kebab Quantum still out here, as well as Dark Knight and C. Stevens. Not sure who that is right behind him. I believe that's AJ. Yeah, that is AJ. AJ's already pit, so he's a lap down. New Kebab signaling he's going to be pitting, as well as Dark Knight and Stevens. I'm going to assume this to give the lead back to the 51 truck is here. We see him. Actually, the 13 of Flash 9 has passed him on this pit road sequence. So when everything cycles out, looks like Flash will be the leader. And I was wrong. Apparently, the Ford did not pit, so we just seen him going to pit road there. Sitting up here, these guys pit together, so Flash setting that pace that he's setting right now. It looks like it's going to be hard for the 51 to make that up. Matt, are you a lap down to these guys, or are you actually sitting in third?
No, I'm sitting 7th, but I mean, I'm on the lead lap. I think these guys are coming out of pit road right now, or whoever will be passing for position.
Yeah, I apologize. I knew Flash was going to take the lead over. Sorry about that. You should be in third place now.
Yup, which is kind of surprising, not gonna lie, because I was sitting back in 10th for pit stops. I guess I just got on and off really well.
Yeah, the when you pit early here, just so the viewers at home, which is not very many, but so the viewers at home know and understand, when you pit early, you're going to come out on the track and you're going to be setting much faster lap times than the guys that are still out on their old tires. So you're going to make up a lot of ground on the pit stop. Now, the catch-22 to this is because you pit so much earlier, your tires are going to wear and you're going to start running slower paces than they are throughout the remainder of the race. This would be your guys' only stop this stage. Is that correct?
Now we're going to need to make one more unless somebody's able to save like 10 laps of fuel.
Okay, so I should just probably stop acting like I know what I'm talking about, because 80% of the time I have no clue. Roger that. Man, I really wish there was somebody. Last week we had that one guy out in YouTube land with us, chilling, as well as Bro Chase was out there mad at us. But I don't have either of them this week, so I don't even have a YouTube group. Larson, where are you sitting?
15th.
That doesn't sound good. How's
truck's too tight. Just plowing into corners.
Welcome to the club. Oh, I just
Well,
had coming out of 4th.
You are from Vermont, and about this time of year, there should still be snow on the ground, so I can see why you would attach a snowplow to the front of your trucks.
Yeah, it's nice. It's 50 degrees today.
Well, heat wave 72 here in Oklahoma. Right, back to the racing. Flash 9 leading. Billy Holcomb second. Robbie somewhere way back. What happened there, Robbie?
I got caught in the wall by 21.
I seen you go in the wall. We just up here in the booth, you know, non-in-race drivers, we just assumed you got hungry and ate a crumpet or something. I did see you catch it. Wasn't sure what had happened, but You got a pretty strong Chevy, seen that throughout the race, so as long as this stays green, or if this stays green, you should be able to make up some ground.
Yeah, I'm confident I could definitely get a top 10. Getting 7th is my aim.
Goal. That's your goal. You're aiming to get 7.
Whatever.
Right, so the number 20 Richmar Florist Chevrolet looking to get into the top 7. That's his aim. See how that sounds messed up? Right back here, we got some good battling. Is this for 4th place? New Kebab Quantum is Coach Matt still in front of these guys. Dark Knight catching him, Stevens, Puddin, and more all right there. Again, they should be able to overtake the 2 truck. Sorry to say that, Matt, but he is on older tires now by about 3 to 4 laps.
They haven't caught me yet. Honestly.
Yeah, I mean they're reeling.
Run down.
Yeah, they're reeling you in pretty quick, but looks like only New Kebab really. Dark Knight was behind you, or behind him, and looks like he caught the apron, lost a little bit of ground. He's backed up now to the 21 truck, who again, man, before 3 weeks ago, I'd never even heard of that C. Stevens guy, but he's been out here running top 5 week in, week out since he joined us. So kudos to that guy, and that's what we're here for, man. Like you see drivers that you've never heard of, and they say, "Hey, how do I get into this league?" We bring you in, and you run top. One of the top drivers and clean. Robbie doesn't think he's clean right now, as he got put in the wall earlier. But the backstretch here, it's a tricky backstretch. There's no actual straight line backstretch here like most tracks have. Right along with Puddin' Knievel for a second or two. The only one that is talking to me in YouTube, which is unfortunate because he's driving, and I think if he wasn't talking to me in YouTube, he might be in the lead right now.
I think what happened is that his wife tried instead, that's why he's doing so good.
There's got to be something going on. I was actually assuming he's got that little buddy of his, that young kid that's been helping him be his crew chief, and I think he finally decided to just let the kid drive, and it is working wonders. I'm not sure what happened to the 00, but he's got heavy front end damage. I'm assuming he spun entering pit road, and so the game glitch of if you repair on pit road, it doesn't necessarily show on screen, but he's running up to speed with these guys, and with that much damage he would be unable to otherwise. So assuming that was on pit road, unfortunate for him, but he's still got a heck of a truck, as it looks like Dark Knight and the 00 both signaling they're going to be pitting. As does Puddin. He didn't really signal, but entering turns 3, he just drove down deep onto the apron, so I guess that's his way of saying, hey guys, I'm pitting. Puddin, we're going to need you to tell your wife how to enter pit road or signal properly. Coach met New Kebab on pit road.
Oh, there goes my race. I just got a black flag. I've been tied all race. I get on pit road, the thing was spin out on me.
Coach Matt's race is getting worse. Flash 9 also on pit road. Lots of people on pit road right now. Billy Holcomb's still on the track, so I'm going to assume that he's the leader.
Yeah, he is good.
You can tell when these guys all go pit lane because the YouTube starts popping off with comments. As we got Puddin say signaled, and he said, and Oli said hi. That would be his friend that I was talking about, his child friend. That's weird to say that. I don't know how to say that properly. Weird. Billy on pit road now, I guess. Yep, there he is. Him and C. Stevens. Flash 9 going under the 33 of rubbing him. This is for position, but I believe Flash has the, well, it might not be for position. 33 may still be out there on old tires, as the 13 passes him easily and gets by. So yeah, definitely I'm going to assume that that's fresh tires. But right in front of the 13, I'm seeing the bright green truck of Dark Knight. I'm thinking with only 10 to go, he may have taken just 2 tires, as he has a huge lead over the 13, and he was way back prior to the pit stop. So either that or the 13 got a speeding penalty, not sure, just like Coach Matt did. Not to rub it in, but haha. Going over to you, Trinity. Where are you sitting at?
I am currently 10th, right behind Puddin' Knievel.
Top 10 for your Sunoco Toyota. Pretty good rebound after you were running in the back most of the night. Is the truck still feeling good, and do you think you can make up a few more positions, or you got about all you can out of that thing so far?
Well, as pit stop cycle, I'm up to 9th now, and we're going to see what I can get.
All right. Good talk and good luck.
Thank you.
13 of Flash 9 gets around the 97 of Dark Knight. If that was for position, I believe Flash 9 will end up taking the lead when this is all done. Not sure because AJ Storm's up there, so is Stevens, but I know that Dark Knight was in 3rd before the pit stop. So depending on how this works out, that stop of Dark Knight looks, again, he either did no tires or just 2 tires in. It doesn't look like it's going to pan out very well for him, as this 13 definitely took 4 tires, as he is on rails right now. And I think Billy's way back behind the 97 right now. And he is, so that's a good quarter of a straightaway, half a straightaway lead that the 13 now has over the 51. So I believe is the 13 leader.
No, the 4 is.
4.
AJ Storm is the leader. I seen him up there with somebody racing. Apparently pit strategy again for him. AJ Storm, okay, he hadn't pit yet. He's pitting now, so he's going to end up losing that lead. Again, should be to Flash, as Stevens and Puddin are racing nose to tail. Stevens pushing Puddin throughout the corners. Oh, there we go. Flash 9 is on your screen. And he's on every driver out there's screen on their little track map. At least he will be when he takes this lead over. 4 still leading now, yeah?
Yeah.
Let me know when that changes, please.
Changed.
And how many laps remain?
5.
5 laps to go here at the Deep Dish 110, presented by Richmar Florist. Flash 9 is your race leader, followed by, oh, that's camera view, not change drivers. That was weird. Let's see, Billy Holcomb in 2nd. Looks like New Kebab Quantum here is going to race Dark Knight to the line with 5 to go, 4 to go, as he's now going to take 3rd place. Either way, still a great run from Dark Knight, winning a stage, getting 2nd in another stage, and he's running top 5 here as we come down towards the end of this one. 4 laps remaining here at Chicago. Looking for a little bit of action here. Not a whole lot of it. We got Moore and David Wallace side by side. I have no idea what position it's for, but I know they're on the track.
7th and 8th.
7th and 8th place here on the line. All right, thank you, Robbie. Looks like David Wallace has the advantage here. Moore trying to make some room, but I believe this to be, if Moore is able to finish 8th, that would be his best finish of the season so far. So kudos to him in that DWF 00 pickup. Looking for some more action. I don't know what happened here. Stevens is way ahead of Puddin now. He was pushing him through the corners. Now he's got a big lead. I don't know if there was contact or if that's why Puddin was being pushed, is he's just running a little bit slower. Maybe he tried some tire strategies. He looks like he's right in front of AJ Storm now. I guess I'm lost here. Dark Knight is in 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. That should be 7th. So those guys, David Wallace and Moore should be running 8th and 9th. Yeah?
Nope, 7th, 8th.
Yep.
Is AJ a lap down then, maybe?
No. He is 5.5 seconds ahead of me on the lead lap.
Okay, so somebody, Stevens or Puddin are a lap down then.
Moore's a lap down.
More of the lap down.
Okay, so that's not the battle for 7th and 8th then. That's
No.
just one of them's in 7th. And that was the finish. So Flash 9 with the win. Billy Holcomb in 2nd.
Top 9.
Yeah.
Well,
and the third stage, my truck was finally good. I was keeping an eye on the intervals, and I was keeping up with Flash 9's pace. Like, he kept it right around 19.1, but, 15 seconds on pit road doesn't help with that.
No, not usually.
Nope,
So, I learned my lesson. No more pre-race setups.
And I am not going to ever pit early again. Or that early again.
Where we at next week?
Yeah, where we at next week?
Next week we're at another racetrack.
All right. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
We are at Watkins Glen next week. First road course this season.
Ooh, that's going to be fun.
Oh, you say Watkins Glen?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, go ahead and write me in for that one.
Robbie, can I get you to make sure we have Flash,
shot.
New Kebab, and Billy in here?
Mm-hmm. All right, Taddy, I see
All
you.
right, guys. All right, guys. Thanks a lot so much. Good race. Good call, Taddy. Thanks you, Robbie, for inviting me up in here, and thank you for the exposure for old school.
No worries.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright, I posted the drivers I need you to add out there.
Yeah, it's alright. I did have to give me my session a little bit slow.
Yeah, that's alright. You can do it off your phone too if you have that deal. My dog is excited about how well that race went. Green to checkers, no cautions in between except for the stage break, of course.
Well, Nico already has an invite into this chat.
We have our race winner here in the number 13 Ford. Matt Smith, congratulations.
Thank you, Kevin.
I don't like that. Don't do that. It looked like Billy Holcomb had the truck to win, but Flash, you were able to, via what I seen, it looked like pit stop seemed to be the saving grace for you. Is I don't know if you were just getting on and off better or what was going on there, but definitely seemed that pit road was your telltale sign that you were going to get the W tonight. So again, congratulations. And how were you able to make up that much ground on pit road?
Thank you. Feels really good to get the first win in this league. Thanks, Robbie and Taddy, for putting this on. I was, just really happy to get to the front. Stage 1, got up to the top 5. Truck was super loose. Just tried to, sit and ride to make some adjustments. And, the last stage, I signaled to pit the first time I saw the 51 go down, pretty late, and I think that might have messed up his entry to turn 3. And I think I hit the glitch off 4, and it allowed him to get around me, and I lost a little bit to him, and that was my chance to really close the gap, and I stayed in it a little too long, and I kind of messed his entry up. But we had a really fast 15.1 stop, and then I came in a couple laps before he did on that final stop, and that helped me have a bigger gap.
Well, again, congratulations. Great run. You and Billy definitely, as far as I was concerned, you guys seem to have the two best trucks out there tonight, as well as Dark Knight had a really good truck. Unfortunately, he fell just short of a podium finish as he got 4th. But, yeah, great job tonight, Flash, and go celebrate your first victory here at the Sim Racing League.
Yeah, good win,
Thank you,
Flash.
guys.
Good racing, bud.
Congratulations, mate.
Yeah, we had a great race for the lead there, and track got super slick on old tires, so it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it did, man. It got pretty slick there for a little bit.
Going over to our second place finisher, Billy Holcomb, you were the dominant truck most of the night again until the pit stops happened there in stage 3. All race long you were sitting first, second, or third. Great truck out there. You bring a hot rod week in and week out. What was the key? We heard Flash's end on the pit stops. What was your issue? Why'd you lose so much time there? Was it because you stayed out a little longer than most people?
Yeah, I think so. I'd like to thank you guys for putting on the series, man. It's been great every week. We've got some good drivers in here. It's good, clean racing. Yeah, man, the first stage, my whole goal was to just try to stay out front. You know, I was in between gears in the first stage. I thought I had enough to make it, but I kind of ran out of gas there going into turn 3 there. I didn't quite save enough. That put me back 5th. And then the second stage, you know, I was just running as hard as I could, man, just trying to stay out front. I knew the track was going to slick up just a little bit, so I just tried to maintain and hit my marks and just try to make sure I made a good lap. And third stage, man, like he said, you know, Flash signaled late. You know, he signaled, and I went ahead and signaled late, and it kind of messed my entry up going into 3. And then, you know, he was fast, man. He made the right adjustments, and I didn't really make any adjustments at all night. So yeah, overall, man, just pleased, man. I worked on this setup for a while, you know, all week, and just glad to come away with a second place finish, man.
Yeah, after tonight, you're going to take the points lead as you entered just 1 point behind, but getting the pole actually tied you before the race even started. So congratulations on that. Of course, you got a stage win as well. So you also accumulated 2 playoff points here tonight, which will play a huge role at the end of the season. We've seen you on oval tracks now, both intermediate, super speedways, and the 1.5 miles. But next week we go to a road course for the first time. How are you feeling about that?
I feel pretty good, man. I've been putting in a lot of work. I'm trying to make my road course game a little better, and I think I'll have a good piece next week.
All right, so you heard it here first. Next week, Billy Holcomb will have nothing for the rest of the field at the road course. No, I'm just kidding, bud. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thanks you, man. Thanks.
On to our third place finisher, Owen Bridges, a.k.a. Nuka Bob Quantum. Started 17th tonight, ends up on the podium, finish in third place. Congratulations. He was driving the number 98 Ford. I'll try to get that on your screen. Go through the traffic. Oh, 88. Dang it, I've done that twice now. Go through dealing with the traffic. Was it difficult? We didn't really see you up front until the end of the race there.
Yeah. I worked my way pretty far up, but then at the end of the first stage, I just got caught up on the outside and I had to pass back most of the trucks I passed. I had a great truck, ran my setup from Cup and Cringe from last weekend, and it worked out really well. It was a little tight, but I noticed people getting loose, so I just kind of left it, just tweaked a little bit, you know, got it good. Honestly, if, you know, passing cars here, you gotta be patient. Or trucks, rather, sorry. And passing anything here, I don't care if you're riding a washing machine, man. You got to be patient going around here. A lot of people mess up. They hit the apron or they get a little tight off the corner, and then you pounce, you make your move. People like to run all the way down near the grass, so it gets a little sketchy. But you got to, you know, get your nose in. But it wasn't that bad. It was a great race. Maybe if I start qualifying, I might be able to win.
Yeah, I feel like qualifying is a huge role, but you're definitely doing well. This is what, your third start now? Fourth start?
Yep. Yeah, third, fourth.
And you're moving up the points pretty good. Definitely, with Cola not being here this week, you'd already moved yourself into one, and then now Cola not being here, which you're actually 1 spot ahead of him, so you're going to get a little bit bigger gap. Real quick, I'm glad you brought it up, but Nuka Bob Quantum runs over there at the Cringe Racing League. They have all sorts of sports, so I can't say racing, it's Cringe Esports League. You run in the Cup Series over there, is that accurate, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, which one? Both?
Cup, Custom Cup and Preset Cup.
Alright, so if you guys want to see Nuka Bob Quantum racing anywhere other than here on Tuesday nights, tune in Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. And Thursdays at 8 o'clock as he takes his vehicles over to the Cup side of racing, both presets and custom, so you'll see a different side of him. But yeah, definitely tune in there. And man, it was fun seeing you go up through the field like that, and I seen you making that late pass on Dark Knight for the podium finish. And anytime you can go from 17th to the top 3, especially in a caution-free race, it's impressive. So congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is a great league you guys have put on here. We got a lot of fast guys out here, so it's definitely not easy to do what I did or even finish within the top 5. You know, we got a lot of really fast guys here, so thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Good run, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so guys, that's going to do it on our post-race interviews here. Robbie, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, what a great race. everybody giving everybody else a bit of room in that, and I'm looking forward to next week going to a road course. It's definitely going to separate the men from the boys, that is for sure. But I'm looking forward to returning next week. Watkins Glen, as you know, people do say I'm a road course ringer, but I'm not a fan of them. To this day, I'm still not a fan of them. But we'll see how we do.
In case you guys didn't understand his language there, he was saying that he is a road course ringer and he plans on winning, no questions asked. Yeah, definitely tune in next week. First road course of the season, not only the season but ever in the league. So we're interested to see how this goes. Custom setups. Are you going to set it up for the left-handers? You're going to set it up for the right-handers? You're going to set it up high body for the over the bumps? Or are you just going to let her eat on the bottom? It's going to be interesting to see, and you're going to see a different side, probably some different people up front, as there are road course ringers. You know, we're bringing in the set heads. Also tune in pre-race. We're going to have Tyler McMurder. He's going to be in here as we did this week with Old School Motorsports. We're going to have him in here talking about the NASCAR Racing League and all they offer, so tune in next week to listen to that. And if nobody has anything else to add, we're going to go ahead and end the stream. And I guess nobody has anything to add. So tune in next week, guys. Thanks for anybody that watches this either now and or later. And we'll see you next Tuesday at 7 o'clock Eastern. Thank you and good night.